Hello, New Wave of British Heavy Metal.com here. Today it's the 23rd of April 2023. Before we start, if I could ask a small favour, and that's if you wouldn't mind please subscribing to the channel, that'd be excellent and appreciated, big help, so please click the button if you would. Righty ho then, today we're looking at a band called Phantom Rain and their sole album, No Hope for the Future. Now this is something of lost classics, an overused term, isn't it? But I think it applies very appropriately in this instance. Phantom Rain originated in Illinois in the US back in late 1980s. And as I've mentioned, this is their sole album from back then. Came out in 1993, and the band funded a limited edition run of just 1,000 CDs. And that was it. Poof, gone. You know, after that, it didn't work out for them, unfortunately. But it is a fine album. This is something a bit special. And now, spring forward a few decades, and Arkeen Steel Records have put together a reissue of No Hope for the Future. And that also includes the band's demo from 1991. Now, this is also a limited edition CD. There's just 500 of them, each one hand numbered. But for those of you that prefer the digital version, I found that on Amazon Music, but it's minus the demo, right? So if you want the full package, try and get your hands on one of these 500. It really is a killer album. It's a proper thumping slab of like hard-hitting heaviness with a bit of a melodic edge to it, and in places it's a little bit quirky, a little bit weird, a little bit offbeat as well. You know, the riffs are varied. They cut, they slash, they fly around and chug, mighty fashion throughout, all over the place. The riffs come in. Some really meaty, tasty guitar solos, all backed up by a huge rhythm section and some quite spectacular soaring vocals as well. My opinion, this is a proper special album, make no mistake. No sign of any filler over the dozen songs, or even indeed in the demos. Phantom's Rain opens it up, grabs the attention straight from the off. It's marvellous, you know, punchy, pulls no punches. She's a Living Nightmare and Love is a Sweet, Sweet Thing, pair of superb, heavy yet melodic numbers, with all the riffage going on, the solos, the changes of pace, big choruses, all quite catchy stuff as well. We've got an obligatory semi-acoustic ballad in What Am I Supposed to Do, which is delivered with some really sensitive and quite emotional vocals, I think. The title track's a proper monster, nice sort of gentle intro, and then it breaks out into another huge riffarama, controlled solos, riffs all over the place going this way and that along with the solos, and it really punches along at some pace. Marvellous stuff. I'm Wasted is a fun one. Summertime rocks harder, as does, Concussion's a little bit weird. You've got to listen to that so I can't really describe it. It's just weird yet compelling. Terror in the Streets is something a little bit like the title track, with how that twists and turns around nicely paced, big cutting, chugging, powerful riffs and more of that superb soloing. All in all, an extremely solid album of heavy, slightly quirky and melodic metal. And the demos, the 6 demos here, give an interesting slant on how they developed into the versions that were on the album. Now, as I understand it, I'd not heard of Phantom Rain until I came across this, but as I understand it, those original 1,000 CDs from 1990s, if you can find one of them, go for big money. But this release version, in my opinion, it's a must-have, particularly the CD version with the demos. So get one of those 500 if you can before they sell out, because surely they will with something this good. I found mine on Sonic Age Records, so they're my go-to label for stuff like this. And as I record this video, 23rd of April 2023, Sonic Age Records are still showing availability of the CDs. Or use your search engine of choice, and you might be able to find some other outlets. But as I say, I did find a digital version, but minus the demos on Amazon Music. So I'll put links below to both Sonic Age Records and Amazon Music, so you can go and well, pick up a CD if you can. You know, it's that good, particularly for the demos. Or if not, if you don't want demos and prefer the digital version, you can get that as well. So links to both below. Really is something a bit special, I think. So there we are. That's Phantom Rain and No Hope for the Future. Please subscribe to the channel before you go. That really would be excellent. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and take care.